the first pitch of the ball game is taken for a called strike one, and a new season of baseball is underway. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Robles has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
Batting second, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And now in the box, Francisco Lindor, as he'll dig into the left-handed batter's box.
And this isn't his strong side, at least not in terms when you look at the stat sheet or his consistent contact rates. I just don't think he's quite as smooth with his rhythm and swing mechanics when he's hitting left-handed.
Slider, and that's in there for strike two. Lindor, who fittingly goes by Mr. Smiles sometimes. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
You froze him on the fastball there. Francisco Lindor is the second out of the opening frame. Hit hard towards the hole. Gloved by Castro. Throw on to Bell at first, and his side is retired. Nothing doing here in the opening half inning. Now it'll be Washington's turn in a scoreless ball game. So now here is Trey Turner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Washington, the shortstop.
Pitch on the way. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
If I'm in the box, you take a step out right here. Take a deep breath after that high fastball. You got to be leery of him burying something in the dirt.
This is line to left. That's a hit, their first of the new season.
Man, that's surprising, Dan. This guy's flailing at stuff in the dirt and above his head to get to 2 strikes, and then he lays him cooking.
Or you would think after throwing 2 pitches out of the zone that he would triple up and throw a third one either up, down, or in and out, but that one right in the middle of the strike zone.
Stepping in now, Luis Garcia. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Runner goes for second. Pitch outside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Now the 2-0. A swing and a miss, strike one. Spin and a throw back to second. Just keeping him close. And he gets him to wave at that one. It's 2-2. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
That's in there. Base hit. And they'll put the brakes on at third. Runners at the corners with nobody out.
First 2 batters find a sweet spot, barrel up perfectly. These fans have to be excited. Middle of the order coming to the plate now. After those first 2 ABs, this could be a laser show.
Juan Soto stands in as he looks at a called strike. Hit hard back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for one. Back to first, so they get the double play, but the run does come in to score.
It certainly looked like they might have had a big inning cooking there with first and third and no outs, but the double play kind of kills it. They did get the run in, but the batter doesn't get credit for an RBI.
So now to the plate, Kyle Schwarber, as he'll take a look at ball one. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. lifted in the air out to center field. Nimmo in pursuit. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. So here's Pete Alonso. Past battles with Scherzer. He's 3 for 15. He's gone down on strikes 8 times as well. Here's the first pitch to him.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. A swing and a ground ball to third. He's got it. Throw is in time for the first out of the second. So 1 out and nobody aboard, and that'll bring in Jeff McNeil. First pitch on its way. Hit on the ground to third. That's a hit, the first of the new campaign for the Mets.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, Dero, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Dominic Smith comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. It's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone called for a strike.
You can really tell they're trying to keep the ball in on this big slugger right here.
Is that an effort to keep him from getting extended, do you think?
Yeah, I think that's the idea, Matt. But he might spin to win if he starts looking for it in there.
The next 0-2. Right side hit hard. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Boy, not the way you'd like to draw up an 0-2 pitch, Hero, but from a hitter's perspective, a pretty good job of staying alive 0-2.
Yeah, and he did an excellent job on the offensive side. Not to let the AB get away from him. I know he was down 0-2, but he bowled his neck and he stayed in there.
J.D. Davis the next to bat. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. Past battles with Scherzer, he brings a 4 for 12 line. Now a drive out to the gap in right center. McNeil is on his way home. Run in. Here's a second runner around third. And a relay to the plate. And not in time as the second run scores.
Hey, Dan, batter drives in 2 right there to give his team the lead. This looks like it's going to be a little bit back and forth. As a pitcher, how do you...
Stop the bleed. The one thing you have to do is just concentrate all you can to try to get that first hitter out of each inning. This has the makings like this is going to be one of those seesaw affairs.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider. And there are our umpires for this one. Working the plate is Dave Lawrence.
Yeah, Dan, we got Dave Lawrence behind the dish tonight. One of the best in the game, I think. Consistent, well-respected, accurate strike zone.
Dero, you hit it right there. He makes you bring the ball over the plate. Will give a little bit off the strike zone. I think the one thing that's important that he does, he has the same strike zone in the first inning. You'll see that same strike zone in the ninth.
Breaking ball called just a bit low. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Jacob deGrom stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1. Oh, and a good tight slider there, and he's in command, 0-2.
Hey, I know it's the pitcher at the plate, but he's going to grind it out right here. He's got a chance to help himself, and nothing's a bigger.
Oh, and meanwhile, this pitch rides too far in and winds up hitting him.
Oh, boy, pro pitchers belong to a closed fraternity, so you don't usually see that very often. And anytime it does happen, folks start hanging on the top steps of the dugout. These things usually don't go unpunished.
Brandon Nimmo is in with 2.
Love the fact that he's not scared to go right back inside with another fastball. I know he hit the last guy, but if he's going to have success, he's got to establish that pitch in.
That evens it up, 1-1. Davis on second. DeGrom at first, 2 out in the inning. Called strike 2 on the cutter, and he's behind in the count now, 1-2. Fouled off.
Oh, the old classic 2-strike. Let's throw the fastball right down the middle. Not in this game. Gotta believe you gotta work the corners a little bit more. Fastball command is paramount at this level.
From the stretch, the 1-2. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact.
Now 2-2. This is the pitch where you want to attack the zone. If you go 3-2, then you put the runners in motion.
Here's the 2-2. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome, you go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Count remains full. 2 men are on with 2 men out. Fouled away. Here's the payoff pitch. Lifted the other way out to left center. Soto gets under it and makes the catch to end the inning. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And next it'll be the switch hitting first baseman, Josh
The
Bell.
first baseman, Josh Bell.
Now here's the pitch. In there, 0-1. DeGrom. He's the kind of pitcher that a lot of pitching coaches and managers really appreciate, and that he rarely issues the free pass. He's a strike thrower.
Yeah, Matty D, and I think every pitching coach and every manager loves to have a guy like this on his staff. He won't beat himself. He'll make you put the ball in play, and he's not afraid to get his defense allowed. He's a pitch-to-contact guy, and that's one of the keys why he's been able to be such a good pitcher at this level.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
Regardless of the result right here, to be down 0-2 and work it back to an even count, gotta feel like it's a win for the offense.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
Batting fifth,
Digging in next, Starlin Castro.
Castro.
And this is low, ball 1. Hit in the air to left field. Left fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the second out. Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. In previous duels with DeGrom, he's gone 3 for 4. And a fastball's in there for strike 1.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
Now the 1-1 pitch.
2-1.
And he fouls this one off. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And a fastball called strike 3, and the side is retired. Nationals gone in order. Our score remains 2-1. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian here as Francisco Lindor gets ready to kick off the inning. Here's the first pitch. Francisco Lindor will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Here's a little chopper up the middle, fair-handed by Castro. It's there, and he's out. And what a vital play there, preventing the leadoff man from getting aboard. Next, here is Michael Conforto, grounded out in his last at-bat. Fastball on the first pitch, and it's taken for strike 1. And he misses with it, 1-1. And it's fouled away. Here comes the 1-2. Runs a bit inside for a ball. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Changes up on him if that's in the dirt for a ball.
It's a fine line for working down in the zone on 2-2 and bouncing one in there that basically stands no chance at getting swung at. Right there, he basically spiked that one right into the dirt, and now he has to find the zone on a 3-2 pitch.
Payoff pitch one more time. He loses him on ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Pete Alonso is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. Conforto leads off first with 1 away. Now 1 hit fouled over to the right side as the count moves to 1-2. Lays off 2-2 now.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And now a slider in there for a called third strike, and there are 2 gone now.
Runner on first in a double play situation, so you expect to see a lot of pitches down in the zone. So I think that pitch up right there was a good one. Obviously, the double play is more efficient, but you're always going to take a K when you're on the mound.
Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. A base hit in his first trip. Comes set with the 0-1.
What a well-executed fastball right there, down and away. If you're going to do any damage with that pitch, you have to think up the middle the other way, and you have to be diving and leaning out over that thing.
Strike 3 on a pitch in the dirt. Gomes gathers it. The throw to first is in time, and the inning is over. Leading off the inning, it'll be Victor Robles as they'll look to spark the offense and even things up. Now here's the first offering. Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball one. Fouled off. Called strike on the inside, and he can't believe it at the plate. It's 1-2 now.
Great job on those last two pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
Line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So the leadoff hitter in the inning reaches safely for the Nationals.
Hey, right here, anytime a leadoff hitter gets on in front of the pitcher, it puts the defense on notice. You're going to see the third baseman creeping in. You're going to see the first baseman crashing, trying to get that out at second base. But if not, make sure of one.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes.
Sometimes you just can't overthink it. If a guy can't hit a certain pitch in a certain quadrant, why would you throw him anything else? Case in point, this guy's cold zone is away, and this pitcher keeps attacking that exact spot.
1-2 to the Nationals pitcher.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
Fouled away. A runner at first with no outs here. Just hung in there on that one. Another one sent foul. Again, a 1-2. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone.
I don't blame the pitcher one bit for trying to get the chase right there. He's been fouling everything off. He's still got the entire arsenal open to him, so we'll see what pitch he comes with next.
On to first, so they let him swing with 2 strikes, and it'll cost him as it's a double play. So next to hit is Trey Turner. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. And a changeup here misses off the corner to start him out. It's ball 1.
Kind of a surprise not to see a fastball on the first pitch there. The guy's probably taking at least one pitch to give his pitcher a chance to sit down after he already made the second out.
2-1 to count to Trey Turner. 2 out, nobody on. Lifted down the line in left. And that'll get down for a base hit. Oh, and the throw's wide as it gets by him at second.
Not to minimize the hit here because it was a double all the way, but the wheels kind of came off defensively, and he's on third because of a bad throwing miscue.
Luis Garcia stands in as he can't connect here. 0-1. And the slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. 1-1. Here it is. Line towards center field. And a base hit, and that'll get the run in from third.
Dan, as a former infielder, I apologize for him. Nothing's more frustrating or upsets you more as a defender than making an error and seeing that guy come around and score.
You know what? And that's one of those cases as a pitcher, D-Row. There's not much you can do. Listen, there are physical and there are mental errors, and you just have to, as a pitcher, go ahead and look past that now and try to pick up your teammate and try to get it out any way you can. Well, you can see he's coming right at this guy, just pounding the ball in the strike zone. He certainly has the advantage now. This guy hasn't even swung the bat yet.
He'll hold at second, and there are 2 aboard now.
Dan, count goes out the window with this batter right here. It doesn't matter if it's 0-2, 2-0. He's live.
He has great bat-to-ball skills. There are some guys that just have a knack, D-Row, of being able to get the barrel to the ball, and this is one of those guys. Kyle
Schwarber is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Ready with the 0-2. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
Boy, his pitch count has really spiked here in this inning. He's up to over 50 already.
And they come inside with the fastball, but it misses here, and it's back to 2-2. Here's the 2-2. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Only 1 in the inning for the start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up the outfielder, Dominic Smith. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. Throw to first in time, 1 gone here in the 4th. So bases are empty with 1 gone, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. First offering. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
Hit out towards second, and that'll get on through into center, and he's got himself a 1-out hit.
This is the cat and mouse in baseball right here. Batter versus pitcher. You fight so hard as an offensive player to get count leverage. 1-0, 2-0, 3-1. Check out the batting averages in those counts, and then check out the batting averages in even and behind counts with 2 strikes. 2-0, your eyes light up, and that batter didn't miss it.
Standing in now, James McCann, as he'll watch a first pitch curveball drop in there for strike 1. Davis, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. And it's quickly 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Nope, ball 1. Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
2-2 to the Mets catcher.
Wow, that was a close pitch on 1 and 2. The count's now on 2 and 2, but boy, that one very easily could have been called strike 3. Really close pitch.
And a full count for James McCann. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Runner going a second time. Hit hard to the right side. And that gets through for a 1-out base hit. And he is in there.
Hey, you know it's not a hit and run right there with a 3-2 full count. Just putting the runner in motion, but it worked out just the same. Nice base hit right there, and we got first and third.
To the plate now, Jacob deGrom. And the squeeze is on here, and he gets it down. So they get the out at first, but the run will score on the suicide squeeze. Something you don't see all that often anymore, as the runner was breaking from third. The perfect suicide squeeze gets him a run. And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The 0-1 offering. Swing and a liner. And that's in there. Base hit. The throw into second. But he'll get in there with an RBI double. And time will be called here as the pitching coach heads out to the mound and hopefully try and settle this guy down a bit. And that'll bring in the switch hitting Francisco Lindor. And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Bouncer to the left side. Herder fields it cleanly. Throwing the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. Mets out in front, 4-2. Just about set to go for the last of the 4th. But before we do that, here's Heidi Watney. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And digging into bat next, the big bat of Josh Bell.
This is where the pressure starts to build a little bit on an offense. It's not late enough. I mean, you don't have to start panicking right now, but this is where you're looking for someone to light a spark to get back in this game.
And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. It's 2 balls and a strike to Josh Bell. Now the 2-1 pitch is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
When a pitcher puts you in the proverbial rocking chair like he's doing right now, you have to take a deep breath. You can't start trying to guess along with him. Trust your fundamentals and stay on that fastball.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Josh Bell becomes the first out in the bottom of the 4th inning. Starlin Castro is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. And he fouls this one off.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
To the left side, but it's well foul. Both teams with 6 hits so far. And it's fouled away.
Hey, 3 foul balls in a row right here, searching for that put away stuff.
Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
First pitch of the AB now. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. A little bouncer.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down. So now to the plate, Michael Conforto comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul.
There's a pitch we haven't seen in a while. It's going to be tough on the hitters if they have to incorporate that into their mindset.
Conforto behind the ball and 2 strikes.
Nope,
that misses, and we're even at 2-2.
I really like watching righties throw that cutter in on lefties' hands like that. This one was down 2, and if he hits it, there's a pretty good chance he's going to pound it into the ground. Maybe even give himself a shin burger.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Next for the Mets, Pete Alonso struck out in his last trip to the plate.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. Has to put the ball in play.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And they've really got something going here. Runners at 2nd and 3rd to start the inning.
Their own pitcher is absolutely dealing right now. So this is a big moment in this game. If his teammates can pick him up and drive him in now, that might be all they need to get the W here.
On his way out to the mound now is the Washington manager, and the hook's coming with him, as that'll be all for Max Scherzer. So he'll depart after working just 4+ innings, as this will not go down as a quality start, that's for sure. Austin Voth comes on now in an awfully difficult situation, as there are 2 on here with nobody out. So here's Jeff McNeil. Not fooled there, as this ball's hammered out to deep right field. And this one will bounce into the wall. And the second run will score here as they open things up to a 6-2 advantage.
You simply cannot offer up a pitch like this to a hitter of this guy's magnitude, especially with runners on the bags. He makes a living off. Frozen ropes to the out. Field like this, and that one drives in a pair.
At the plate now, Dominic Smith, as he will take strike 1 on the